Good morning, this is Nadine. Welcome back with the Nerd Sessions. I was working in my office today and I recognized that the Nerd Sessions are going to be an essential portion of this journey into everyday magic and wellness that I'm bringing you. My thoughts were, I looked back at last week's videos and recognized that I used some language that may not be familiar to everyone who's viewing. And my intention as a teacher is that I always want you to feel that what I'm teaching you can become accessible. I don't want it to be too heady. I want you to be learning. So I'm going to use the correct terms, but looking back, I noticed there just wasn't a good explanation for many. So I want to bring those to you this morning. The first term I'm bringing you is adaptogen. Let's hope if my video filmography skills increase, that word is just going to magically appear at the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, you can look for that in further posts and comments. So adaptogenic herbs, we use those in the Let It Roll tincture on Saturday. And an adaptogenic herb is going to bring our body into a state of homeostasis. It's going to support balancing hormones and help us adapt during stressful times. So adaptogenic, we're going to feel the support of our system in adapting. This can also be beneficial for athletes, helping us recover more efficiently, helping the body manage stress. So we're going to feel some stress relief from these herbs. The herb that we used was Eleuthero. Eleuthero can also be called Siberian ginseng. And Siberian ginseng was one of the first adaptogenic herbs, and it was so effective that it's become over-harvested, and now it's an endangered herb. That takes us to another term that I used with you, which was wildcrafting. Wildcrafting is when we head out into nature and we reap the berries, the barks, the leaves, the roots, perhaps mushrooms. We're grabbing the components of different plants that we can find in nature, and then we're using those components to create medicine. And different parts of different plants are more or less effective. So we can't use the berries of every plant or the roots of every plant, and it's going to be different parts. And some of the over-harvesting of those has created endangered plant species. We want to be mindful of that, particularly with this Siberian ginseng, so that we're purchasing those components from a store where it shows where they're harvested, where did we gain, maybe the essential oils, where was this drawn from, what part did it come from the region that it began in. Siberian ginseng comes from Siberia initially and parts of China. So we're looking at Russia, China, a little bit of Japan, although we might find it organically grown here in the United States. We want to know that we're not purchasing something that was wildcrafted if it's endangered. The parts of these herbs, if we are wildcrafting, perhaps lavender or some other herb that we're growing in our local gardens, rosemary, elderberries. We want to look at the herbs and notice if we have a diseased plant, we'd like to avoid them. We want to avoid anything that's not looking like it's fresh, pure, in good health, because we're trying to bring the healthiest qualities possible into our medicines. We want to develop high quality medicines. So we're being mindful of the actions that we're taking and responsible in the way that we're harvesting plants through either farming, gardening, purchasing at the organic herb stores that we use or suppliers, or wildcrafting if you're heading out into nature. So adaptogenic herbs, wildcrafting, and that third word that popped in was homeostasis. Homeostasis is a state of our biological well-being in our body. We want to encourage practices. I want to encourage practices, and my life and in yours that bring you a sense of equilibrium. This is balance, equanimity, you'll hear me use in yoga. Meditation is effective for creating a sense of balance, leveling out your emotions, adapting to stress. I have a meditation coming up for you in just a few moments. Yoga practices that bring you equilibrium. doTERRA aroma touch technique. One of the key benefits of that is that it encourages homeostasis through the 8 different blends or oils that are applied during that practice. So homeostasis is something that we're all very interested in, and we want to be balanced. We want to feel that we are self-regulating in a way that if we tend to be highly anxious, nervous, have insomnia, Siberian basil isn't going to be the best for us. Okay, that could aggravate those symptoms. So it might not bring homeostasis. Okay, maybe lavender would be more supportive, or lemon balm. And you need to advocate and talk to an herbalist and do some research and find out what you need. Perhaps what's coming to you this week, legs up wall and a few yoga practices would be better if you have those anxious tendencies to help you ground and find homeostasis. So I hope to bring you practices and that are both accessible for your daily life, but also stimulate growth and transformation for you during this time. I'd like you to now prepare to transition to a very short metta meditation. This is our meditation for loving kindness. I think this is a wonderful one for just getting a quick prayer of calm and balance into your system. Allow your feet to meet the earth. Wherever you're at, find a place where you can put your feet on the floor, on the ground. Pause this video if you need to. Allow the feet to feel the support of the earth beneath them. Welcome to Metta Meditation for loving kindness. The intention of this meditation is to help you seek refuge within yourself and to adapt during this time of stress, finding the body and the mind balanced and steady. I hope that intention finds you today. As you begin by sitting hips higher than your knees if you're sitting on the floor. You can have your legs outstretched in front of you, maybe sitting on a cushion or a chair. If you're comfortable cross-legged, come to any meditation position. With the feet on the earth, begin to locate the breath moving in the body. Breathing in, simply aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, aware that you're breathing out. You've set this moment aside for meditation. Nowhere to be, nothing to do, but breathe. Receive the intentions as they are spoken. If you find comfort in grounding and speaking these meditations aloud, you may join me. This is the beauty of meditating from your home. You can sing, pray, say whatever you need to say during this time. Or you may close your eyes and let all expression go and just receive. We begin turning your gaze inward, receiving this blessing for yourselves. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be free of all suffering. May I experience joy and happiness. May I be surrounded with loving kindness. Now visualizing someone in your life that it's very easy for you to love. Hold a vision and thought of that person in your mind's eye and your heart, opening your light to them. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be free of suffering. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you experience joy and happiness. And to all beings everywhere, visualizing your community, our nation, and this global connection that we all share during this time. Allowing the light within you to open, meet the light of the world in our global community. May you be well. May you be peaceful and in ease. May you be free of suffering and experience health and wellness. May you find joy and happiness. May you be filled with loving kindness. And placing your right hand on your heart and your left hand on top of the right. Please know that those blessings that you've shared are the same blessings that my heart is shining and wishing for you. There's so much more that we share and that are similar between our emotional and physical needs right now and always than they are different. Bring your hands to a prayer. Bow. Namaste. May the light in me meet the light in you. And may together, when we become that light that we share, and that light within the divine above reaches and connects both of us, we recognize that we are one. Again, namaste.